Local, trusted. This is WKYT News.
Now on mid-morning, some Kentucky communities are cleaning up after severe storms. We have a look at the damage.
Plus, a historic deal. 3 Americans who were held prisoner in Russia are now back home. A look at the emotional moment when they were reunited with their families on U.S. soil.
And how the Fayette County School District is gearing up to head back to class. Thanks for joining us on Mid-Morning. I'm Victor Puente.
And I'm Destiny Quinn. The rain has been coming down on and off here at the station. Jim, when do things start to clear up?
I think that we are about to do just that here in Lexington, probably within this hour. We're on the back edge of all of this early morning stuff. Good little complex of rain making its way through the area. Showers, thunderstorms, they've been rather gusty, but so far nothing severe. But what I want to stress is what a lot of this has turned into being because of the nature of this rain, very beneficial so far. So these different rounds, even though we have some flood watch and flood concerns that have been out there, this has been actually quite nice. What we've got right now is this, and you can see the back edge is already out toward Versailles Road and out there toward the airport. So it's going to clear from the station here soon too. But you folks out east, you still got a little more of an unstable atmosphere, so you're getting some more showers, thunderstorms, and heavier rain-producing showers that are moving in. And we go down to the south, and you find it there as well, right there in Clay County, heading right towards you in Manchester. If you look, you can probably see up and over the mountains right now as you get close to Manchester, that shelf cloud kind of rolling in. That's been a very common picture this week, and likely seeing it again. Same thing down around Corbin. By this point, it's already passed through. But hey, folks, Barberville. Start looking to the north. There's one certainly on the way with some gusty winds. Our forecast breakdown, First Alert Weather Day continues as we do have the potential for severe weather. This isn't the last round, okay? I think we can generate a little more activity. A few showers on Saturday. Sunday's rain-free, but the heat's back. I'm talking all about it coming up in a few minutes.
Thanks, Jim. The story's new this morning. Severe weather damaged an apartment complex in Franklin County. The National Weather Service said last night's storms caused a tree to fall on an apartment building in Frankfort. It was on Ridgewood Way. The damage is minor. Emergency management also reported some utility poles were knocked down on the east-west connector.
Jessamine County is cleaning up after yesterday's severe storms. Sean Foley sent these pictures to us. Trees fell over on homes and cars. Foley says people have been working on renovating that place for a couple of months now.
A lightning strike sparked a fire in western Kentucky. Crews in Henderson say it struck a fuse box and set the attic on fire. This happened yesterday afternoon. The fire has been put out and was mostly contained to the attic. No injuries were reported.
You can stay weather aware by scanning the QR code there on your screen. You can use it to download the WKYT First Alert app for weather alerts and radar. 2
people are hurt after getting hit by cars in Lexington. The first crash happened at around 9:30 on Broadway and Main. Police say they got a report of someone hitting a person on a scooter and then driving away. The victim has minor injuries. Investigators are still trying to figure out what exactly happened. The second crash happened just before 11 on Georgetown Road and Nandino Boulevard. Police say a car hit someone who was walking their dog. That person is also expected to be okay. The driver stayed on the scene and is not facing any charges. One of the 3 suspects charged in an Eastern Kentucky murder case has been released on bond. Michael McKinney was released on a $250,000 cash bond from the Floyd County Detention Center. McKinney faces 7 counts of complicity to evidence tampering. He's the father of M.K. McKinney, the man accused of stabbing Amber Spradlin. Officials say Michael is now restricted to his home. Louisville Metro Police Department's top officer is resigning. Yolanda Baker was previous LMPD Chief Jacqueline Gwen Villarroel's adjutant. Our sister station in Louisville reports they've been told there was an argument between Baker and someone who works for the city. The argument escalated and the civilian filed a criminal report. No charges have been filed and Baker has not been arrested, but that could change. Happening now, the Fayette County School District is holding a breakfast to kickstart the academic year. Now, Superintendent Dr. Demetrius Liggins will deliver his State of Schools address. There will also be student performances. That event is being held at Central Bank Center. More than 800 people attended last year. Registration is now open for the UK Campus Community Emergency Response Team. Those who are on the team learn basic disaster response skills, disaster medical operations, terrorism response, and more. Volunteers will assist families, neighbors, co-workers, and community members when first responders are unavailable.
Anyone who completes training will have the chance to join the team. And registration is open until September 6th. It's free and open to the public. Training will start September 17th. It lasts for 5 days.
3 Americans who were held prisoner in Russia are now back home.
They were greeted by President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris at a military base just outside of Washington, D.C. Leah Mishkin reports it's one of the largest prisoner swaps since the end of the Cold War.
A historic and emotional homecoming. 3 Americans, Marine veteran Paul Whelan, Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich, and radio journalist Alsu Kormasheva, all reunited with their families on U.S. soil following their release from Russian custody.
I feel great. It's a long time coming. So I'm glad to be back.
16 prisoners were released from Russia in the deal, including U.S. permanent resident and Pulitzer Prize-winning writer Vladimir Kara-Murza, an outspoken Kremlin critic who is serving 25 years on charges of treason. 8 prisoners were returned to Russia. Among them was convicted murderer Vadim Krasikov, who was serving a life sentence in Germany. Russian nationals were also released from the U.S., Slovenia, Poland, and Norway.
I asked them to do some things that were against their immediate self-interest, and really very difficult for them to do, particularly Germany and Slovenia.
This is just an extraordinary testament to the importance of having a president who understands the power of diplomacy.
Earlier yesterday, the families of the released prisoners were at the White House.
It is unbelievable because we didn't expect this to happen.
The Biden administration is facing some criticism that the exchange could embolden Russian President Vladimir Putin to arrest more Americans.
I don't buy this idea that you're gonna let these people rot in jail because other people may be captured.
The 3 freed Americans will now undergo medical treatment in San Antonio as they adjust to life back home. Leah Mishkin, CBS News.
Well, in the past 3 years, the Biden administration has secured the release of more than 60 hostages or wrongfully detained people, including basketball star Brittany Griner. There are several other Americans still being held in Russia.
Israel is confirming that the head of Hamas's military wing is dead. The military says he was killed in an airstrike in Gaza last month. The announcement comes a day after the top political leader of Hamas was killed during a visit to Iran. Iran and Hamas blamed Israel. Israel has yet to comment.
An Illinois sheriff is revealing new details on the former deputy who shot and killed Sonia Massey. Sean Grayson had not only been trained but retrained to avoid using unwarranted lethal force. Grayson is facing 3 counts of first-degree murder.
More people with student debt can expect to get emails about potential relief. The U.S. Department of Education says roughly 25 million people with federally held loans will get information. 4 groups are targeted in the effort, including borrowers whose debt has grown, even though they've made payments for many years. A class action lawsuit has been filed against a sanitation company over a landslide. An apartment complex in Campbell County had to evacuate after the hillside started slipping. Work by sanitation crews could have caused it. The plaintiffs are asking for several things, including financial relief and mortgage and HOA fees. The lawyer representing the residents is working to provide a relocation package. UK St. Clair Healthcare in Moorhead is introducing new specialty physicians. They're adding an endocrinology provider, which treats a variety of conditions like diabetes, thyroid, and parathyroid disease. The orthopedic surgery department is also getting their first spine surgery specialist. The physicians will start within the next month. You can still buy tickets for the Lexington Theater Company's production of Jersey Boys. Yesterday was opening night for the musical at the Lexington Opera House. The story features all their big hits, including Big Girls Don't Cry and Can't Take My Eyes Off of You. The Lex combines Broadway, veterans, rising stars, and local professionals productions that feel just like Broadway.
This is the first time we've produced Jersey Boys, and while you may have seen it come through on a touring production, this one is unique. We have crafted something very special, one of a kind. You will only see it these 6 performances here in Lexington at the Opera House. The performances run through Sunday. There are also matinees on Saturday and Sunday afternoons. For tickets, go to LexingtonTheaterCompany.org. Tickets for the 2024 St. Jude Dream Home giveaway in Lexington are officially sold out. You helped us raise $800,000 for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. It ensures that no child treated there ever receives a bill, not for treatment, travel, or lodging.
Be sure to tune in September 26th right here on WKYT to see who wins a brand new home from Mulberry Builders. We're still putting out a call for community art to be displayed inside the St. Jude Dream Home. Local artists are invited to submit artwork for a showcase inside this year's home. The art show is August 21st. For more on submitting, go to our St. Jude tab on WKYT.com. Coming up on WKYT Mid-Morning, joining together to rebuild a church.
Showers, thunderstorms are still moving through the area. One complex. You'll have another likely join later in the day. Some more scattered activity. I'll break it down coming up.
Search WKYT, install, and enjoy.
It's completely free
and has everything you need in one spot.
Start streaming WKYT today.
Things you can hit. You can hit the books. You can hit the hay. You can hit the gas. You can hit a high note. But if you really want to hit it big, play the Hit Scratch Off games from the Kentucky Lottery. Each game features loads of prizes from $100 to $5,000.
Stanley Steamer is proud to be the leader in deep cleaning, cleaning over 1 million homes and businesses across America every year, using powerful equipment custom built by us. We'll remove the buildup of dirt, dust, allergens, grime, and contaminants seen and unseen from your home and business. America's professional deep cleaner for over 75 years. It's not clean until it's Stanley Steamer Clean.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Because I have both Medicaid and Medicare, I got a special Medicare Advantage plan from WellCare. It's called DSNP. That's DSNP. And it stands for Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. My grandson, it's my boy.
Hey, Grandma.
And a WellCare DSNP comes with a whole lot of these. As in, WellCare gives me benefits I can use every day, and real human support, and answers I can understand. And I get benefits like $0 copays on prescriptions and a WellCare Spendables debit card to pay for things like dental, utilities, and groceries. I can even use it to pay at the pump for gas. And that means a WellCare DSNP provides what I need when I need it. And that gives me the confidence I need to get through every day.
The coverage you need and more. Call today or visit wellcareyes.com to see if you qualify for more benefits.
Is your AC or plumbing not working properly? Get $30 off any service repair with Greenbox Home Services. Don't wait, this offer ends soon. Call today.
Catch you on the Fritz side for all your HVAC and plumbing needs.
Greenbox Home Services. Reliable service by good people.
REO Speedwagon, Saturday, November 23rd at the Rupp Arena. REO Speedwagon, live in concert. The special guest, Loverboy. Tickets are on sale now. Get yours at Ticketmaster.com. REO Speedwagon. Saturday, November 23rd at the Rupp Arena. Produced by Pepper Entertainment.
Well, the bell itself is 66,000 pounds. Total weight once it was on the crane was 107,000 pounds. That big crane made it look real easy.
Welcome back to WKYT Mid-Morning. That was one of the people who helped move Newport's massive World Peace Bell to its new location.
The bell first tolled in 2000 to ring in the new year. City leaders say the bell's new permanent home will be a prominent location, but we don't know where. People are helping a Grant County church rebuild after suspected arson.
2 volunteer firefighters are accused of setting Shiloh Full Gospel Church on fire. Brendan Gibson and Robert Hughes are out on bond as their cases head to a grand jury. Crews say the fire destroyed the church. Since then, services have moved to another space.
A lot of volunteers, people, contractors have stopped by, volunteering their time. Churches has chipped in. We're just trying to get this rehab and do what we can to get this back and work in order.
The church pastor says they didn't have insurance on the building. There's a fundraiser online to help with their recovery. We have a link to that in this story on the WKYT News app.
Police say a man stole jewelry from a woman hours after she died. Daniel Scribner is facing a second-degree burglary charge in Kenton County. Police were called to the home for a welfare check. After they left, a neighbor called and said they noticed the blinds had shut. Officers found the door was barricaded from the inside. A canine helped them find a ladder to the laundry room.
When they got that ladder down, they found Daniel Scribner up in the attic hiding from police and found the deceased resident's jewelry inside Mr. Scribner's bags. Bad enough to commit burglary, but to steal from the dead is pretty pathetic.
That woman is originally from the UK, and officers are trying to notify her family. Scribner is expected back in court August 6th.
Experts are talking about Kentucky water quality after an Olympics triathlon was postponed. The Seine River in Paris failed water quality test Tuesday. In a last-minute test Wednesday, officials deemed the water safe to swim in. There are many risks to swimming in contaminated water, like contracting disease. With recent heavy rains here in the Bluegrass, the risk of contamination goes up.
You may see overflowing manholes that can go into water bodies. You also get runoff. So we get contamination from livestock, manure piles that may be close to the streams, agricultural sources in that way.
We have a link to see where swimming advisories have been issued in your area in this story on the WKYT News app.
Now, WKYT First Alert Weather with meteorologist Jen Caldwell.
Still watching shower thunderstorms moving across Kentucky right now. Here in Lexington, we're getting the lighter end of all of this now after getting some good steady rains moving through our area. Actually seeing a little bit of sunshine trying to break through some of the clouds. Now we got a lot of cloud cover out there, but you see some peaks that we'll try to show here soon. Here's what we got. Temperatures running in the 70s, low 70s under the rain. Upper 70s just outside the rain, like Williamsburg there. Mid 70s there in Harlan because it's not raining there. 77 in Hazard. Look out here where they've had time to kind of breathe a little bit. And they didn't have the coverage that we did. They had some showers, thunderstorms go through there earlier today, but it wasn't this widespread like this. It was beginning to thicken up in coverage. So you got the showers, you got the thunderstorm activity leading the way, but mainly what we've got from our side of town here in Lexington, and we're on the east side of town, and then going all the way out to Moorhead is just some general rains. It's a wet go for sure. And then down the Mountain Parkway too, you find it. But on the leading edge, you get the heavier stuff and even a little embedded thunderstorm or two. Same thing on this southern extent. Now this is crossing the Hal Rogers Parkway. It's there in Manchester, loaded up with some lightning and loud, and the same thing happening to this one that's over Laurel County. So if you're in Corbin right now, or you're in London and you're down toward Barberville, it is really rough all of a sudden. Gustier winds and heavy rain, and of course a lot of lightning and those rumbles of thunder that are also infiltrating your area. Wave of energy to our north and a cold front trailing out south of it. That's going to help enhance maybe a few more showers and storms today. So right now we're getting this morning dose, and we'll get more as the day plays out, as it drags in here. So let's watch, see how the energy gets going again by this afternoon. You get a few more showers, thunderstorms, and the coverage looks pretty good. I mean, this is more than what I would really consider scattered, but the nature of the thunderstorm activity embedded within it is going to be scattered. A lot of it's just going to be plain old rain too. So that low spins along. It keeps the showers active in our area. You can see it spinning here. You might wake up to a little bit of fog in the morning on Saturday. After all this moisture, it's certainly a good possibility. And then you get that hit and miss kind of showers for a little while on Saturday during the daytime hours. Temperatures probably just in the mid 80s. Once we work beyond that, so we get into Sunday and we see the numbers coming up a little bit. That's part of the trend that will likely take over from that point forward. Still looking at that marginal risk of severe weather out there today. And each element of the severe weather, high winds and some flooding, which again, that's kind of a side or a subsidiary of severe weather is the flooding, because it's sometimes all by itself can cause a lot of major issues. But you've got that increased threat of some flash flooding out there. Summer's going to sizzle. That heat core is expanding and will take over as we get into next week. And you can see it right here in this 10-day forecast. I've got 89, 90 degrees there several days in a row. And factor in the humidity. And it's not going to be as oppressive as it was this week, but it'll still be back. And you're looking at mid to upper 90s for a heat index at the least. So we've switched it up a little bit, from daily chance of rain to going dry for a little while, and we've had rain every single day since Sunday, okay? And so far, because it hasn't caused any major flood issues, it's been nice.
Well,
It has been.
We were out in the backyard yesterday, and even as much rain as we've gotten, the ground didn't feel saturated.
Right.
It needed it.
It's been so hot too.
It has been. So, you know, but I will tell you this, my yard is looking better. It's a little greener,
yes.
you know.
Good for you.
No, not good for me. It costs more.
All right, sorry, you had to pay somebody else to mow that there.
Yeah.
Jay. Thanks.
Paw Patrol live tickets are on sale now.
Speaking of costing more, A Mighty Adventure Tour is stopping in Lexington, and I'll probably be there. It's based on the animated preschool series that airs on Nickelodeon. The show in Lexington is December 17th and 18th at Rupp Arena. You can buy tickets at pawpatrollive.com. I've already got all the toys. Might as well go down and get ready for that mighty adventure.
Can't control that excitement over there.
No, I can't. Well, highly anticipated series returns to Netflix for the holidays, and Elizabeth Taylor's story told in her own words.
Bradley Blackburn has your eye on entertainment.
Fans of Squid Game finally have a release date for season 2 of the popular Netflix series. The dystopian global sensation hits the platform later this year on December 26th, with original cast members and some new faces once again competing in deadly games for money. A third and final season of the show is slated for 2025. The legendary Elizabeth Taylor tells her own story in a new HBO documentary.
I was a child actress thrown into the adult world.
Elizabeth Taylor, The Lost Tapes, features 40 hours of newly discovered taped interviews with the Academy Award winner speaking candidly about her life on and off screen. Taylor, who became a star as a teenager, died in 2011 at the age of 79. Her personal life, including 8 marriages, often grabbed tabloid headlines.
One of the things that surprised me the most was her insecurity. She was really striving to play these strong-willed female characters. She had many affairs and marriages and was very, very judged by that, and that was very painful for her.
Elizabeth Taylor, The Lost Tapes, debuts August 3rd on HBO and streams on Max.
Juicy. Juicy.
And 2 friends, Kim and Kai, are defending their lingo title tonight, competing against construction workers Rachel and Lawson. Catch the contestants as they go head-to-head in multiple rounds of word-guessing games on RuPaul's Lingo, airing on CBS and streaming on Paramount+. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Squid Games look so intense.
Oh, I love the first one. The reality show version they put out too was also very good, but yeah, it does. It's a little dystopian.
Yeah.
Coming up on WKYT, the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Some news on that.
And we're going to take a look at your lottery numbers. Tonight's Powerball jackpot is $171 million. Friday's Mega Millions jackpot is $358 million.
Confused about Medicare? Want to know who, what, why, when, and how? The licensed insurance agents at Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield are here to help. Your healthcare coverage is your choice, and we want to help you make this decision easier by answering your most important questions. Who qualifies? Anyone new to Medicare, moving, or losing coverage may be eligible to enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan today. What? An Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield Medicare Advantage plan may be available in your area that offers additional benefits that you need at a price that meets your budget, all in one convenient plan. But you don't get these plans automatically. You have to take action. Why do I need it? Original Medicare is Parts A and B and doesn't cover everything. Medicare Advantage is Part C and includes additional benefits not covered by Original Medicare at a price that fits your budget. When can I sign up? Right now. Our licensed insurance agents are standing by ready to help. They can help you find out if you qualify to enroll in a plan today. How do I enroll? It's easy. Call the number on your screen right now to speak to an Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield licensed insurance agent. There may be a better option with better benefits or a better cost, but you don't know unless you call. Who? You. What? Medicare Advantage plans in your zip code. Why? Additional benefits you need. When? Right now. How? Call. If you recently moved, lost coverage, or are new to Medicare, you may be eligible for a plan today.
Call Anthem Blue Cross and Blue Shield now. 800-627-0983. That's 800-627-0983. Call today.
Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. For the people.
Recovery Cafe, a community space for people in recovery.
The cornerstone of Investigate TV is investigative journalism.
Should this be better regulated? How big of a problem is that?
We always try to give viewers a takeaway, something they can learn from a story.
Should they be revoking these certifications?
The public has a right to know.
There are things that affect our homes, that affect our families, that affect our health, that we are learning every day from these stories.
It allows us to tell the best of the best stories and show them to you every day.
Live, local, trusted. Follow WKYT News on these streaming services.
Welcome back. The ALS Ice Bucket Challenge celebrates 10 years of raising awareness for the neurodegenerative disease.
And the benefits that came from fish oil to some older adults. Michael George has the details in this Better Living report.
Oregon researchers say older adults who are genetically predisposed to Alzheimer's disease can benefit by taking fish oil supplements. A study published in JAMA found for people carrying the ApoE4 gene, fish oil reduced the breakdown of nerve cells in the brain, which helps improve brain function. A new study finds if you want to limit your calorie intake, skip the dip when snacking. Pennsylvania researchers looked at two groups of people. One offered chips and the other chips and dip. Both groups ate the same amount of chips, but the group with the dip consumed 77% more calories and ate faster.
3, 2, 1.
And a relaunch of the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. The family of Peter Freitz organized the event at Boston's Fenway Park, 10 years after Freitz, who had the neurodegenerative disease, created the fundraiser to find a cure. Freitz died in 2019. The ALS Association says the challenge raised awareness and $115 million for research and care for people living with the disease. Those are some of the day's top health stories. Michael George, CBS News.
Can't believe that's been 10 years.
Yeah.
Seems like yesterday. Meteorologist Jim Caldwell is tracking the next big thing.
So after we get through the shower thunderstorms out there today, we switch completely from talking about rain daily to the dry and hotter weather. The heat core starts expanding again and likely reaches us here in central eastern Kentucky. You're looking at highs that are going to cruise back into the upper 80s and 90s out there by the time we get into your Sunday. And then it gets a little steamier as we get into your Monday and really beyond. But look at some of the numbers. These are air temperatures, not the heat index. It's all expanding and pushing deeper into this great Commonwealth. So a little more heat to have to deal with out there. So tracking a change in the pattern, going from this wet daily shot of rain to a lot of steam next week. That is the next big thing.
Thanks, Jim. Up next, a special education teacher shortage.
A new law that has a Central Kentucky school district struggling to fill job openings.